Welcome to
the Buoy Base
the Buoy Base Podcast.
with Declan and Doug. And we talk about Buoy Base.
We talk about Buoy Base.
Only Buoy Base.
Only
Nothing
Buoy
but Buoy
Base.
Base.
Just Buoy Base.
Buoy Base Galaxy.
So, Doug, what is Buoy Base for our great listeners
For
who
our
probably don't know?
Idiotic viewers who know nothing and are stupid. Buoy Base Galaxy is a galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy.
That is true.
The greatest video game of all time.
The greatest.
It is an intergalactic base. It is a buoy. There is a bowl, a metal bowl full of water, and in the center is a buoy, which is a base.
And it's sort of like just a tower. Isn't it just a tower floating?
It's basically just a metal tower, a metal weaponized tower. It is full of hijinks, shenanigans, all sorts of tomfoolery,
all of these I can confirm.
and a green star.
And
The
a green
first
star.
green star you can collect without the assistance of your handy-dandy brother, Luigi.
The first green star.
It's incredible.
That
I was
sounds
about to
incredible.
swear, but I was scared that would deduct from our grade.
I think it will.
Golly jeepers. So, how do you feel about Buoy Base?
I feel like Buoy Base is one of the most memorable galaxies
Absolutely.
in Super Mario Galaxy.
You can. There's Gusty Garden,
Mm-hmm.
Good Egg, Honey
Mhm.
Hive Galaxy.
Yeah.
Then you got Buoy Base.
Then Buoy Base.
Right in the middle there. You wouldn't expect Buoy Base to leave such an impression, but it does. It always does. You always think about Buoy Base. When you get to Buoy Base, you're like, yeah, Buoy Base.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't say I forgot about this one, because you can't forget about it.
Exactly.
You always remember it. You get there and it's just, you're full of glee.
Exactly.
You feel jubial. Jubial. I'm pulling up the thesaurus for this one.
Yeah, I can see you flipping a thesaurus for our audio listeners, who are the only
It's the
listeners.
sound of a thesaurus. Thesaurus.
What are you looking for next, Doug?
Oblong.
So, Buoy Base. So
Buoy Base.
let's pull apart Buoy Base, and look at its key features
Welcome
and
to
see
game theory.
and see if we can think of any galaxy
Today
that's
we'll
the
be
most.
pulling apart Buoy Base
the
to look at its deeper machinations and where Freddy Fazbear is located.
That's a good impression.
I'm
So-
Matrick Patrick.
Are there any galaxies in Super Mario Galaxy or two that you can think of that are the most Buoy Base like?
Tuffy. See, there's no other like mechanical kind of water levels, really. I mean, not off the
You're
top of my
right.
head. I can't really say for Galaxy 2, because like I said, I haven't beat Galaxy 2. I haven't even made it halfway
Oh, yeah,
through.
that's right.
I've only really got... I've 100% Galaxy 1 twice.
Twice.
Great
of
time.
course.
So that means I have to play through the entire game twice, fully, to 100% it.
Yeah.
Go through Mario, go through Luigi, and you're
You
done.
can now play
So-
as Luigi.
Yeah, technically I beat the game 4 times if you include the Luigi playthroughs.
Oh.
I've completed it twice, but I beat the game 4 times.
Yeah.
That's not including when I was a child.
think Beach Bowl.
I wouldn't consider it the same. It is the...
Because you have the bowl of water.
you have
and
a
then
bowl of water.
So that's like
with
a
an
level
island
in and
it.
of its own.
Yeah.
And then you've also got the land section, which is not a tower, but it rises.
It's not mechanical.
It's not mechanical.
If you go underwater, you're not going to find torpedoes.
Yeah, torpedo
and
bills,
A
whatever
glass,
those are
a
called.
glass bowl to shatter to
Yeah.
raise the base.
Though you do find an underwater rock to blow apart.
Yeah, and then there's a spooky ghost bit, but like,
Yeah.
what do you find underwater in Beach Bowl? You find penguins learning how to swim. You find
Yeah.
Koopa shells.
Yeah, but I
Like
mean,
open
in
chests.
its key components, like you have the water base, you have the land on top of it, and then you
But
have the
there's a
extra
lot
level
of that in
bit.
Mario Galaxy.
There is. You
There's a
have
lot
the
of
extra level
levels.
bit as well. Just
Yeah.
like you have in Buoy Base. In Buoy Base, it's the ball.
You know what? The closest thing to Buoy Base, I think, I don't remember the galaxy's name, but you know the one, you start on a beach full of crabs, and you need to use a fire flower to open the door.
I remember
Get
that
in.
one. I did think of that.
It's a
that
very,
galaxy.
it's like a mechanical tower-esque thing. It's not exactly like Buoy Base. Thematically, it's completely different. It's trying to be more spooky and
It
like
is.
mysterious, which Buoy Base is mysterious. It's not spooky.
Mm.
It's more militaristic.
Yeah, Buoy Base is... It's a base.
It's a base, yeah.
It's a buoy and a base.
Mm.
Okay, this is our first episode, so we should clarify that we are the boys. We're the boys, and it's the Buoy Base.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound a boy makes.
That's the sound a boy makes.
Whoop, whoop.
We're the boys.
Boys. Spelt incorrectly. B-O-U-Y. Much like our old thumbnail.
The concept for our logo /
Those of you
thumbnail.
watching the video, you're not, because we don't have one.
Yeah, we
So
don't
you
have a
won't see the
camera.
typo version unless you have access to our Sway page, which
Yeah.
I'm sure some of the people listening to this will have access to our Sway page because you are
Yeah.
our tutors. In which case you have seen the typo version.
For our later episodes, I don't know if I do this one, but if I ever got into like animating or like those little funny animatics, I'd really love to make one like akin
Like a
to the
Buoy
Ricky
Base
Gervais
intro?
show. Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
really love to make an animated one
That would be
with
great.
you and I.
That'd be so much effort per episode, though.
Yeah, it would
It
take me
would
like a
take
month.
it would take much longer for episodes to come out.
Mm. Well, I mean, we could still upload it separately. We
Yeah,
could still
obviously.
upload the audio ones. I think
Which
that'd
is
be
fine.
good.
That'd be great. I do wanna make more episodes. Obviously, this is gonna be just a fun thing to do in our spare
Yeah.
time at college. I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely. Because our break lasts a good few hours sometimes.
2 hours.
2 hours.
On Monday
yeah.
and Thursdays, we have a 2-hour break. One of them is
Yeah.
2.5. It is absurd.
Yeah, so we'll have plenty of time.
Plenty of time to talk about our favorite galaxy.
To talk about our
Buoy
favorite
Base
galaxy. Buoy Base Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy 1.
One
Amazing
banger of a
game. Amazing game, amazing galaxy. So Buoy Base
Amazing
is...
soundtrack.
Amazing soundtrack.
Which will be featured in the intro to the show after we've done it.
It will. Yeah, we'll edit it in.
We'll edit it in.
We'll edit it in.
Editor?
Editor, play my music. It's just us. We are the editors. Moving on. So Buoy Base is your favorite galaxy in the game.
I
Is it?
wouldn't look. I picked I picked it as the theme for this podcast, not because it's my favorite. I do love it, but it's not my favorite. I can't pick a favorite. It's really difficult. I really can't pick a favorite.
Yeah, it's hard to pin,
It's so
really.
hard.
Because you have to think about the level design, how
Mhm.
long it takes to beat, what stars it has,
Yeah,
the content of those stars, obviously.
yeah.
Did I already mention the music? Because the music is a key
The
part.
soundtrack. You don't
The
need to
soundtrack.
mention the soundtrack of Mario Galaxy
You
unless,
don't need to.
obviously, I'm certain that a couple of our viewers, audio listeners, will not have any clue what we're on about. Super Mario Galaxy features a very wide, expansive orchestral soundtrack
Absolutely.
with a heavy space theme, obviously.
I love the space.
And it
theme.
is done beautifully. Beautifully. It is... You think video game soundtrack, you probably think like beeps and boops. No, full-on orchestra. Going absolutely ape on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It is incredible. If you have time, listen to the Mario Galaxy soundtrack. It'll be
You should.
worth
I'd
your
recommend it.
while. Or just play the game.
Play the game. Get the game,
It
play
is
the game.
Absolutely incredible.
That's a recommendation.
And you'd have to pick up a Wii.
Yeah. But,
Something like
like,
that.
you can pick up a Wii, surely.
I
It's the
wouldn't-
most sold console, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no. The Switch has beat that now.
Oh, but it was the most
It's
sold
not the most
console.
It's not the most sold console. I'm saying that right, yeah.
Yeah,
But I believe the most sold console is actually the DS.
the DS.
Maybe.
Let me look this up. But while I'm doing that... So, I'm guessing you're looking forward to beating Super Mario Galaxy 2 or experiencing what you haven't yet.
So audio listeners, let me get into my recent obsession. For Christmas, I have asked for a system called a Steam Deck. Now, what a Steam Deck is, it is a gaming PC, a gaming laptop, I guess, a gaming PC, in the form of a handheld console much akin to the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And what you can do with this, you can do some emulation, which means you can play video games from certain systems that you wouldn't normally be able to play, such as Super Mario Galaxy 2, on this device. Now, I'm going to use that to play... I've never beat Mario Galaxy 2. I really want to, as I love Mario Galaxy. And Mario Galaxy 2 is much more linear. It's much more short-form levels. It's much simpler. It's more like a transition into like 3D land, right? A much smaller, much simpler level design. Doesn't take away from the experience at all. It's great. There's actually more levels than Galaxy 1, just much shorter form. So I think Galaxy 2 in a portable form would work great. Because I've been bringing my 3DS into college. I've been playing Mario 3D Land today. And it's great. I'm having a great time. Yeah. And it's really fun, so I'd love to do that with Galaxy 2.
Folks, I'm back with you and Doug. The PlayStation 2 is the most sold console.
That was obvious. How did I forget that?
I didn't know that, but it makes
really
total sense. The PlayStation 2 was such a great
The DS
console.
is second place, all right.
Let me check.
If it's not, I'm going to be so embarrassed.
I'm going to be sad. It is the second most sold console,
Thank
the
God.
Nintendo DS, and it makes sense.
I was going to be so embarrassed. This is knowledge that
You don't have to be embarrassed anymore.
Oh, well. That was close enough.
I think our listeners would maybe like to know what we've been getting up to lately.
Talking about Buoy Base, actually.
That is
one of
true.
the best galaxies in Super Mario Galaxy.
But there's something at college that we've done as well.
Absolutely
for our media
nothing.
course.
We've done absolutely nothing for the last couple days.
Well, other than that, on Thursday, your face lit up.
My face did light up. We've stirred up a bit of a commotion, actually.
We've stirred up a commotion in our college group.
We're now the face of I don't know. Where was I going with
the face of sandwiches everywhere.
The face of sandwich-based trauma.
Sandwich-based trauma, you're right.
We had the idea that Cole has misinterpreted as...
I think you misinterpreted, but...
No, because me and Ben had this idea. Okay, so me,
Well,
Ben...
I presented the idea.
Shut up.
I think I did. But go on.
Me, Ben, Cole had the idea of all of us bringing in a couple sandwich ingredients, but me and Ben specifically specified to each other it has to be food. It doesn't have to be a sandwich ingredient. It just has to be an edible product that will not make us sick. And so Ben wasn't able to make it. He was sick, unfortunately.
Ironically.
It probably did him miracles. So you brought in ham, mozzarella slices, shredded mozzarella.
Yeah, grated mozzarella.
Pickle slices.
And pickle slices.
I brought in pink and blue food coloring, vanilla extract, custard, mustard, Rice Krispies, and canned sausage in a saltwater brine.
Yeah, which was...
we put all of this on the sandwich.
All of that went on the sandwich to varying degrees, but there was a lot of it.
There was a lot of it.
And that was just a sausage.
Yeah, just a sausage,
Just
because
a
we were all
sausage
scared of it.
strewn across it. We didn't even bother to cut it up or anything.
Yeah.
We were done at that point.
But we ate the sandwich, and everyone was watching in the gallery. Everyone was watching us.
They were watching,
And
mortified, yelling, going, ew.
You said Mike's face contorted.
Mike's face. Okay, I don't know if Mike's going to listen to this, but there was a moment that I commented on during the recording. I was sitting next to Doug as we were assembling the sandwich in the later stages. I look over into the gallery, in the window. Mike is standing there, probably looking down at the screen in front of him.
Yeah.
And he looks a mixture of emotions: shocked, mortified, scared. It was all of them in one face in different places, and it was priceless, and I wish I could picture it forever.
That would make great for a sway.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the reaction we got from this man who would probably almost never make a face like that. I mean, he's very expressive.
He is very expressive,
but I don't think he'd often make such a face in that area.
But ever since, it's been the talk of the town.
It has been the talk of the
Not
town.
necessarily. It's been brought up like once or twice. But
yeah. But as the course goes on, they'll probably, I imagine some of them saying, "Hey, do you remember that when you made that disgusting sandwich?"
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Yeah, I remember that."
And we ate that disgusting sandwich.
And we ate it.
Live studio audience.
Yeah. Doug took one bite. I took two.
I should have took two. Here's the problem, right? With the sound of this, all of this going on the sandwich, you'd think, oh, it's so many contrasting flavors. That must have been horrible. Not in the slightest. It was just pickles. The pickle slices were so thick that the pickles dominated the entire sandwich.
Overpowered all of
and
the
you
other
call it
tastes.
a saving grace.
Well, I call it a saving grace because I think if I had tasted everything, including the sausage, like all together, I think I'd have thrown up.
Yeah, but luckily that didn't happen.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Neither of us got nauseous or felt sick. I had a bad headache because of a certain detail that we missed.
We overlooked completely.
Yeah.
We'll not go into that.
Yeah, we won't. We're fine, though. We're fine. Promise.
Yeah. I personally think it was a ton of fun.
It was. It was a horrible sandwich, but it was loads of fun.
Like I said on the day, like you were coming out feeling absolutely horrible, but I did say after the bad bits have passed, you'll only look back fondly, and sure enough, you did.
Yeah, I after dinner that night, which was spaghetti, I thought finally some good food. After that horrible sandwich, I ate. I felt better. I rested. I felt even better.
Yeah.
So it's only just a fond memory now. And I can't wait to look back at it on this Thursday to see this journey, this mess.
Both of our families are anticipating seeing this.
Yep, family and friends. All waiting.
And the wife.
And the wife at home. Yeah.
What a good time, though.
We had a very good time. I think, I'm not exactly sure, but I think I presented the idea originally in a way that my original idea was we all bring in our ingredients for an ideal sandwich, our personal ideal sandwich, like a couple ingredients that would make it a great sandwich in our opinion.
If it was my ideal sandwich, it would be much more than a couple ingredients.
Yeah. And then we all put that on one sandwich. So we have the opportunity to create either a really great sandwich if our tastes mesh together, or a kind of sucky sandwich, which we all bite out of and go, ew, but we can doesn't taste great, but we can still finish and not waste food. That's not what happened.
Food was wasted on that day.
Food was definitely wasted on that day.
I brought too many Rice Krispies. I only put on less than a handful and I had to put the whole thing away.
Yep, you brought an entire bag of Rice Krispies.
An entire sandwich bag.
Yeah.
Full of Rice Krispies. And I only used a handful because I was terrified that they would go everywhere and would have to clean it up.
Yeah.
Because Mike was very clear
that we were to clean it.
Yeah, if you bring in food-related items, make sure it is easy to clean. Mm-hmm. Which we did. We did clean it up.
Yeah, we cleaned it, and he said the table looked spotless at the end.
It was a white table that we spilled pink and red food coloring on, and it was gone in an instant.
Yeah, it was gone.
That table spray was a miracle.
It was
one interesting topic. We cleaned a table.
We cleaned a table.
No way.
Aren't you excited to listen to us talk about how we cleaned a table?
Yeah. It was a good time.
Back to Mario for our last couple of minutes.
Oh, damn, we've passed 20 minutes already.
Yeah. Doug has introduced me to Mario 64.
Super Mario 64. What a great game.
It's a great game.
Influential.
Yeah, he got it installed on my PC, a version that we can play together.
Yeah, multiplayer version.
Yeah, it's been great, and I've never played it before, but I watched a YouTuber who's like known for playing it, and Doug is a fan, long-time fan of this YouTuber.
Well, ex-fan, I'd say.
Ex-fan of this YouTuber, and he said, I can't believe that you've known of this YouTuber and you haven't played Mario 64.
Because I started playing Mario 64 as much as I did back then because of Simple Flips.
Yeah.
You haven't.
Shout out to Simple Flips.
Shout out to Simple Flips. We will send a link to this to his Discord, of which I am banned from, by the way.
I'll have to send it. I'm in there.
Yeah.
I said good morning to Simple Flips, and he said good morning back.
Oh, celebrity status. Anywho, this was
the first
I thought you were gonna
episode.
sneeze.
I wasn't going to sneeze.
This is the first episode
of the Buoy Base Podcast.
Unfortunately, we didn't talk about Buoy Base as much as I wanted to.
We will next time.
We'll be back with that.
I'm
going to go do some in-depth research on Buoy Base Galaxy and hit you with the hard-hitting facts.
Yeah, we didn't come prepared for this one, but we will.
No, fully improvised. That's what I wanted with this podcast. Fully improvised, conversational, nerdy stuff that only we will really understand.
Only us.
Unless, I don't know.
Someone out there will get it.
Either Clive
we plan to
or Kirsty or Gamers. Yeah, we'll upload this.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And we will definitely be making more episodes of this in the future.
We will. More episodes will be coming at you from the Buoy Base Podcast.
From the Buoy Base Podcast.
Unless we decide to rebrand it at some point. But the Buoy Base Podcast will still live on.
We'll live on. As long as we're on this course and next year's course also.
Yes. The Buoy Base Podcast.
The Buoy Base Podcast.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Cheerio.